And opening those lines of communication might be a process. So for example, with my father, for example, he was just a guy that we had to greet when he came home. Like growing up. I had no relationship with him. You know? So it was not until he was driving me to school in the mornings that just awkward silence, so radio was the best friend. You know? And then after a while, it became, how's your day? Okay. You know? Real surfacey, very, you know, and then after a while, it just, you start getting a little deeper, and hopefully you model how deep you go, and you take the risk to share. And hope that they can follow one day as you begin to share the rawness, the realness, yes.
Most adolescents aren't going to be able to kind of write all these things down and name all of these things. So I think sometimes even just to be able to say to an adolescent, to your child, I wonder if you're feeling like sometimes you have too many choices and too many things to do, and sometimes you feel like you have no power at all. And kind of name that for them,
right.
Because they might not know how to. They might be feeling really frustrated. They're acting out. They're doing all these things. You have no idea what's going on with them.
Right.
So to just kind of say, I'm just curious. Do you ever feel like there's so much going on and then you don't have any power? Right. And just kind of open up a conversation that way. So it might feel like naming the obvious, but to them it might kind of break out. They might be able to break out from a fog and go, yeah, I feel like I don't know what to do first.
Keeping a friendly demeanor is, I think, key. I used to tell my staff, stern but friendly. You know, you can still have them follow rules, but with a smile on your face, you know, and still say, hey, if you don't, you can have A or B. There's usually the consequence for each, but still in the friendly vibe, not a punitive, you know, correctional officer type of way.
And to, you know, as we talked about before, to really show her in your own life that you do that, you know, that you have fun and that's important, and talk to her about it, that you're really proud of her grades, but that you also want her to be happy. And what is she doing to do that? And show that in your own life. How do you do that? Right?
I mean, in this age, peers are the most influential over other peers, right? But I think what you can do is kind of let her know that you're proud of her grades and you're proud of what she does, and you want her to be, you know, emotionally healthy just as well as physically and academically healthy. But maybe just talk to her like, instead of saying, are you stressed out, just say, hey, how have you been sleeping? Are you sleeping okay?
Also, back to the modeling thing, you might think of it of some way that you could model, showing her that like a B is good enough, and that, you know, you're not demanding perfection the way maybe she is of herself or maybe her friends are, and like Ronnie was saying, how they all feed off of each other, that they all have to get A+. You know, sometimes we have to step in and say, you know, and I think this is a quote actually in this book, that our kids will love us and all of our imperfections if we do the same for them, and that's really important.